As are interesting. So we have choose a card, max HP, 99 gold for a mango, for a boss relic swap. How do you feel about Choker on the defect? I think Choker works on the defect. It's not quite as good as the Ironclad, but it's not as bad as the Silent. It's a nice middle ground. We did have some zero cost stuff, but I don't think we would have had an issue with that. We did have all for one, but it doesn't matter. Sure. Take a mango. These paths are not great. Oops, all strikes. Gotta be a good meme around the corner. Reminds me of that old Captain Crunch or something. Not is it Captain Crunch? Might have been Captain Crunch. Came out with like an oops all berries thing. And I was such a huge fan of that when I was a kid. Because the berries were the best part. It wasn't the little dog food kibble that was in there. It was the good stuff. I'd love to see an oops all strikes on like the jaw worm when it's doing 17 damage to you and blocking for 9. Oh man. Still buy oops all berries and you're 32? Yeah, I'm 32. Not for much longer. Huh, that would be interesting. I had a thought earlier today as well. We're just upgrading Bash here. I had a thought earlier today as well that I think is interesting, and it's not explored in the game as far as I could think. And I still can't think of an example where this is true. What about a card that when you upgrade it, the cost of the card increases? Okay, so it goes from like 1 to 2. But the gain on that card is significantly more to make up for the fact that it costs more. I think it'd be a really interesting card to play with on whether or not you can upgrade it. It would also make it a prioritized upgrade when you get like Snecko Eye or something like that. Something that randomizes the cost of the card. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of unexplored territory there. Wow, dude, these picks have been so bad. A lot of unexplored territory there. How'd the defect run go? Dude, we already won. It was a speed run. It was a quick 20-minute speed run. Or whatever. No, we fell flat in Act 2. Unfortunately. Sucker Punch, yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah. So yeah, Sucker Punch goes from 1 energy to 2 energy, but applies, 3 week and that's probably too much. 2 week and however much damage would be worth it in that instance. Yeah, no, drop kick. I'm hesitating right now because I don't really want to take the drop kick, but I think we kind of have to. Or just like a card. We're hopefully going into an elite fight soon. We can branch off if we have to, but that means only 1 elite in the first act. That's bad tempo. Oh, got him. Oh, these have not been the cards that I want. Gross. Okay. Well, that was fortunate. We have all of our chosen cards so far. Well, our 2 chosen cards so far. I'm struggling a little bit with this fight, though I feel like we kind of have to take it. We have a weak potion. Okay. Ooh, this was not the one that I was hoping to get. It's just the age-old problem. If we don't take the elites, we fall too far behind and we just lose over time. But if we take the elites, we may die. So what do you do? Logic Knot, thank you very much for the follow. Next turn hurts. This turn also hurts. Yikes. Please don't end my run. No! No! Hey, my defense. That's... Are we dead? Oh, no. Oh, okay, we'll run it back. That was not the one. All right. All right, that one didn't count. Sure. An energy potion and hot skip. We always do that. We always gain 12 HP back. So losing HP here doesn't even matter. Do I choose which path to choose from? It's a bit tricky. In brief, you're basically looking at, it's a risk assessment based off of the number of elites and the number of campfires. So I chose this left-hand path because we got Niao's Lament. But besides that, we were able to potentially snipe this elite, but we're going through this way, and then we have a pretty safe elite into a campfire. So we can rest if we have to. Ideally, we get an instant kill here and an upgrade. Beyond that, you're also looking for kind of this pattern, like elite, campfire elite. Like, this is pretty good. Those are just kind of the brief things, but you know, you also have to consider if we didn't have Niao's Lament, you kind of have to take early combats, ideally, because you're looking for just common base attacks that you can take into and defeat, ideally, an elite. But you know, this is not necessarily a strategy that will always drive victories in the lower ascensions. The Ascension 20 is always, it's a constant risk assessment. You have to take risks, because if you don't, then you can't possibly beat the heart. But as you just saw, taking that risk in particular got us killed. I don't know. Basically, campfires and elites is what you're looking for. You're looking for, like, typically 2 elites is doable. Sometimes, depending on what you get, 3 is, and in rare instances, you can do 4 elites. You often don't even see 4 elites line. So, many things to consider. Okay. So we have added nothing. Said this cannot be a combat. Oh. So good. We get our elite sniped. these nerds again. Akabeko, so good. Akabeko Whirlwind? Akabeko says, your first attack each combat deals 8 additional damage. So Whirlwind would do 13 times 3, 39 damage if it was the first card we played. But wait, there's more. 16 times 3. Seems good. Ew. Side, our beautiful blue chest is a common relic, unfortunately. That's another little thing that you can do to assess where you are in the run. The color of the chest and the size. Oh, this is gonna. I gotta be careful with my words here. The color of the chest that you come across determines. This is so. I need a new word. Determines the quality of the relic inside. So there's the tiny. Oh, geez. Here we go. The tiny little wooden chest is typically a common relic. The blue one is the mid-tier uncommon relics are most common. And then there's kind of a larger chest that I can't do it. Is potentially holds the rare relics. So something you can think about if you have like cursed key on whether or not it's going to be worth it. Size of the trunk determines the quality of the junk. Have you run into this issue before? Is this not your first time? I will so wholeheartedly plead the fifth on all of what's happening. I think we can afford to bleed a little HP here. The alternative is to use our energy potion. But I just want to do energy potion, Whirlwind, Akabeko on turn 1. I know we have the potions, so at most we take 19. We heal 6, so 13. We would go to... Yeah, it's not too bad. A perfect rounded 69 HP. Ideally, we'll see. Nice. Oh. Yeah. This is exactly what I want. Oh my. This is the one. It's been worth it so far. Oh my god, a gambling chip and a skill potion. Dropkick, no. You had your chance last run, and I was left wanting. Oh, this stuff. Okay, we absolutely take Preserved Insect. And we can't afford the Shockwave, so we'll do the Shrug It Off. So now we have Gambling Chip to try to roll into Whirlwind, basically, every single time. I better win. Oh, dude. If there's a 5 Elite Path, Act 2 does not stand a chance. Who's our boss? The Hexaghost. We have way too much health for the Hexaghost. Oh, Black Star is so good. Man, I don't know. Do we take Black Star if we get it? I don't know. Tiny Lagavulin. Adorable. I think this is fine. We want to keep Ghostly Armor and Shrug It Off in our draw pile. The rare bottled flame, please. You don't get it often. Ooh. Snecko Pyramid Black Star. Really? Good. Cat is being so dumb. What are you doing? Kind of dark back there. I don't think you'll be able to see him. What are you doing? He's back there. Leonard. What are you doing? I don't know what he's up. He's trying to get in the box. As a cat will do. Okay. What am I even doing here? Oh, yeah. So, it's a question of if we want to bleed some HP for the Hexaghost fight. We certainly don't have to. We could allow the Hexaghost to bleed the HP for us. We'll do a little bit. So good. Ceramic fishes. Not really what I'm looking for. Neither is this stuff. We'll just pass. What's the relic? Ceramic Fish says, whenever you add a card to your deck, gain 9 gold. It's not great. It's fine. I think my biggest problem with Ceramic Fish is that it's in the shop relic pool, so it can show up in a shop, and it's over 100 gold, which always means that you need to add like 15, 13 cards to your deck to even make up the cost of admission on Ceramic Fish. This isn't so bad. It'll provide some value. But when it shows up in a shop, I just kind of have to roll my eyes a little bit. Does that work with... Oh, does it work with anger? No. No. So the card has to be added to your deck. So up here, it can't just be in your draw or discard pile. That would be ridiculous. That would be way too good. I like your thinking though. I like the ambition. Ooh. We... It absolutely is a shop curse. I would agree with that. It's just never a take. I cannot imagine a situation. I mean, you have to go so deep in your shop relics for that to be worth it. Like, you need like a membership card plus courier, make it as cheap as possible, and I think you have to be in Act 1 for that to be worthwhile. I would like, because you're also buying that relic over something else that's there. Like, it's just, it's awful. Excuse me. It's awful. So we could dig for our Whirlwind and try to shuffle back through, or we could just bash and kind of waste our Akabeko. My big problem with this open is that next turn's gonna hurt unless we get our Ghostly Armor Shrug It Off. We could also just use our potions to make it through this fight. It's like, let's ditch 2. I do want the Inflame, and getting a strike would be good. Let's ditch 3. Is greedy. Yeah, I think I do use the attack potion. So you can also look here. So we only draw 5 cards per turn, and we have 10 cards in our draw pile. So you can also think, well, if we draw 5 cards next turn after discarding this, like 3 cards, then we have 2 cards in our draw pile, and then we shuffle the following turn. Alternatively, this is our next 2 turns. This is it. So I think it's worth it to ditch some of this stuff, even if what we get isn't playable. Like ideally we get the Inflame, sure, but it doesn't really matter. The downside is if we draw these 2, and then we're sad. Playing Bash or Carnage? Let me think about that. So Carnage is an extra 18 damage. We probably always just block next turn if we can, which means that it would come down to the 3rd turn of Vulnerable or whatever we draw here to make up the 18 damage lost on Carnage. Okay, so I think that's possible, especially with the attack potion. Fine. Yeah, I also don't think we want to, I don't care about the Carnage coming back around. Sword Boomerang, once we play Inflame, ends up being one of our higher damage cards. That would be 6 times 3. Ideally, they're vulnerable. Sure. 33. The Akabeko, the Sword Boomerang. Probably. Good turn 1. Ironheart, thank you for the follow. Thank you for coming by and chatting. Oh. These are not the block cards I was looking for, though we do go to 6 strength. And maybe we just smork down the Hexaghost. Scary, but doable. And bears. Thank you very much for the follow. This is going very well. I think that's a Hexaghost fight. Nice. Chance at Impervious, Juggernaut, and Feed. Yeah, what was that, like a 4 or 5 turn Hexaghost fight? That's pretty good. The Limit Break helped. And also the Sword Boomerang. We did end up using both of our potions. Maybe we needed to. Maybe not. Definitely one of them. I do love a Feed. I do love an Impervious. Though if I'm looking at our deck and what we've added so far, it's not much. I think it's a question of if we just like base roll Act 2 with Gambling Chip, Akabeko, upgraded Whirlwind. And if that's the case, then we don't really get Feed off. there's a decent chance of that actually happening. So I'm going to take the Impervious. Snecko Eye. Yep. That's that. Well, there is no 5 elite path, but there is a good 3 elite path. Start about here. Oh, with the gambling chip too. This is disgusting. Oh, you'd love to see it. Where does HP go? Am I just super lucky? Clearly you weren't here last night. Last night was a very, very defeating moment for me. We could take blood for blood as just an attack that gets rolled. I would not, to be short, I would not at all consider myself super lucky in the game. Could also just take a second Carnage, which is this. It's just more damage. Yeah, we'll just do that. Yikes. Oh, I wasted my Akabeko for the first time. So sorry. Wait a second. If I wasted it before, I think I've been pretty good about my Akabeko. Just call me lucky. All right, man. You stick around. You make your own judgment. This can be. You can make the call. You ever take cleave when we just have Whirlwind? I think I do want the second form of AoE damage. No. No. I'm just gonna keep taking fights because they're... Oh, you don't understand. I'm already confused. In so many ways. Luck is actually just 100% skill. Well, I think this is like 40% skill, 30%. God, I can't remember the song. Dang it. Something power, 30% something power of will. All right, I ruined it. Power of will. Yeah, it's the power of will. That's the next one. I don't remember exactly how it goes. See you, nerd. Oh, no. Woo! Is it even good with the Snecko Eye? I don't know. Oh my. What? Oh my god. I want to take a screenshot. Woo! It is 100% reason to follow the stream. I mean, remember the name. That's what it is. Lionheart. Yeah, I appreciate that somebody actually took the time to look up the actual lyrics to the song, other than the rest of us trying to like bumble around and half remember it. Someone had to do it. See ya. I have also never seen like just a full free hand with Snecko. That was wild. But we never played both Whirlwinds. Look up. Oh no, did you just know? Uh-oh. The disrespect. My bad. My bad. I didn't realize I had the Fort Minor superfan in the chat. That's my mistake. Mike? Is it Mike Shinoda? Or something like that? I forget. That was like I think that was the first concert I ever went to, was the Linkin Park. What was the name of their second album? It wasn't Hybrid Theory. It was I can't remember. Someone help me. What's the second Linkin Park album that came out? Meteora. That's exactly it. That was. I still have the T-shirt in. It's like so I bought it like a white T-shirt. It's not really white anymore. It's kind of that off-white. Like, oh, this has been loved. It's got that look to it. It's still in my my dresser. I should wear it on stream someday. Anyway, it was awesome. Oh my god, the pen nib. Let me. Ubastank and what's the name of that band? It's like we are the youth of the nation. You know that song? Who's that band? POD. Yes, that was my first concert ever. It was awesome. So good. Dude, all we need now is a little bit of like we need a lantern. I would take a lantern. That's a pretty tame ask. We could reasonably get a lantern. Let's upgrade something. Too young to remember any of this. You know, Linkin Park, that's a good start. Because, you know, R.I.P. Chester Bennington, never forget. I never really stayed up to date with Linkin Park. I don't know if any of their more recent stuff was any good. I imagine not. Colorless potion. I guess, like, what are we even adding to this deck? I don't know. The Pommel Strike seems okay because it draws more stuff, but it, like, why? Shockwave. There's the good get. Would upgraded? No. Upgraded Strikes and Defend would not quite be a fully upgraded deck, though we're close. Just shrug it off, Ghostly Armor. Oh, Demon form. Demons. I think I'm just going to go for the Flaming Elite, because I want this late shop. An Anchor. Turn 1 just got easier. That's what we needed. You nerds, pick up a Blood Vial, Block Potion, bunch of junk for this colorless potion. Yeah. Ooh. Liguria. You know, that's a good call. Absolutely take just some base strength. Was it 99? I don't know. I don't know that answer. I don't know. I think we're just looking for, I don't know, this stuff. I don't even think we need the impervious, honestly. We don't kill him on turn 1, but we don't actually need to either. Oh, the curse of the key. So aptly named. It'll get you. I don't know why I hung on to impervious when I was just going to whirlwind. Don't ask. I don't know. Prep our pen nib for next turn. Maybe we just one-shot him with carnage. All right. Well, I didn't actually do the math. Busted. Yeah, what do we need Reaper for? It's the lizard tail and a bludgeon? Okay. Thanks. 430 gold. And said a captain's wheel or part 2 of the boat. Ooh. Also take a turnip. Frozen eye. I mean, do we ever not just take captain's wheel? There is some synergy with Frozen Eye and Gambling Chip. We could actually see what we're going to draw, which is interesting. But I also just like the Captain's Wheel. That way we can just go full smork, just go face. Yeah, it's kind of a matter of if the Gambling Chip Frozen Eye thing even matters. Like, maybe. Like the wheel. Also like removing a strike. Decent. And upgrade our bludgeon to 42 damage for an unknown cost. Oh my goodness. The Frozen Eye does not show the randomized cards. So the confused buff or debuff, I guess, whenever you draw a card, randomizes cost. So the effect does not occur. It also doesn't work with like hologram. So if you hologram something back from your discard pile, it stays that cost because it's not being drawn, being pulled from your discard pile. So only when things actually come from your draw pile is the cost randomized again. Whew. I honestly didn't even pay attention that he was attacking me there. That's that's the level of disrespect we're on right now. Just in case Snecko screws you with a bad hand. I don't know. I guess it's a thought. I didn't consider it to be very high value with our gambling chip and stuff, because the enlightenment cost is also randomized. So if enlightenment is 0, great. It does save us from a bad Snecko turn. But if enlightenment is like 2 or 3 or sometimes even 1, setting everything to 1 cost doesn't necessarily do that much for us. I also just wanted the captain's wheel because toot toot and run a boat or whatever. Oh, got 1, 2, 3. Or one... Really want to do our pen nib on kind of a weak Whirlwind. You could also bludgeon with pen nib. That's got to be better. That's better. Don't worry, I got there. Woo! What is clockwork, like with clockwork souvenir? I don't know if I've had that combination before. I imagine you still have the confusion debuff. Probably because it's not. Yeah, so it does block. Yeah, because it does block the debuff from Snecko. It's confusing, but it makes sense to me. I don't know how to say it other than that. No, the Clockwork Souvenir does not prevent the Confused debuff when coming from the Snecko Eye source. Snecko Eye. So the difference between Snecko Eye, the boss relic, and Snecko the snake is strictly in the card draw. So that's being confused in the Snecko fight is, I mean, usually a bad thing. But the extra 2-card draw on every turn, so we're drawing 7 cards every single turn, typically makes up for the downside of being confused. And as you've kind of seen here, it often provides a huge benefit. So, hey, whoa. Little slip up there. Hey, free impervious. Seems good. Captain Jandor, dude, welcome to the boat. And welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow. We finally have a captain for this boat. Fiend Fire. Seems good. Solo Player 97. Thank you also for the follow. And A Day to Remember 99. We're coming in hot and heavy. Thank you guys very much for the follows. Why not? Welcome to the party. Fiend of Fire. Holy Lord. Searsome? Something like that. Thank you for the follow. I am a Brazil. Thank you also for the follow. Captain Jandor, dude, thank you for leading this beautiful follow tugboat my way. Toot toot, thanks for the follows. Oh, goodness. We could just take the Black Star and get more relics. You're liking Berserk? Well, yes, but it's also not going to be 0 cost. I mean, sometimes, but you know what I mean? Like, it's also going to be a potential downside. I don't know. Oh, it's all good. Thank you. Thank you very much for just coming and hanging out. Yeah, I think I'm just taking Black Star. I will not openly disrespect Small House again, because there was some heated debate last time when I said Tiny House. Well, I won't say what I said. I guess there's some big fans of the Small House. We'll do the Black Star. A rare Black Star taken. We're against the Bird with Arms as our first boss here. And we are just looking for those elites. And there's a juicy 3 elite path along the left-hand side. Tiny house is 59 gold if we take the card. Oh, in general? Yeah, I like the new Berserk. Like, especially when it's upgraded and it only applies one vulnerable. Like, you can play around that quite often. You guys see these 8 relics along the left-hand side? Gross. 13. Yep. Thanks for stopping by, guys. See you next time. Hey, Searing Blow is 2 cost. I guess Searing Blow sounds like Hey Siri. I think I actually like the red mask. It's not the bag of marbles, but it's pretty good, especially with the anchor. That makes our first turns super free. Not that they haven't been free so far. Siri, I'm gonna do it. I think it's worth it. I don't know if we bludgeon here. We might bludgeon here. Oh, how much is this? I don't even know how much this is. This is 15 times 6. So 60, 90 damage. Seems pretty good. Racco, thank you very much for the follow. Out of here, nerd. Clothesline costs 2. Sure. Welcome to the party. No curses, please. This deck is perfect as it is. Yikes. Are weak and frail for days. I think this is just better. And this fight has been going on way too long. I don't know how to play when our turns aren't over on turn 1. This is 20 damage. Hold on. This is unscripted territory. This is 36 damage. This is 50. Okay. Not too bad. It got a little sketchy. That was one of our bigger fights. That's like a preview of the giant head. Excuse me, the tiny giant head, because we have preserved insect. Ooh. They're against one floaty boy. Yeah, we do really need the bag of marbles. I mean, need is a funny word in these circumstances, but I'd like to have it. 28 plus. Just always better. Captain's Wheel. Doesn't really matter. He's just dead. Good first fight. We'll pick up a lantern and a sundial and a duplication potion. Excuse me. Sure. This is ridiculous. Ew. So I don't think we don't need the Whirlwind here. We'll go ahead and that'll only hit him for 16. So we have to do a 3 energy Whirlwind to kill this dagger. We don't have to kill this one, but we've also drawn our second Whirlwind, so our area of effect damage next turn will be limited. Yikes. Why are we weak? So this is 11 times 6, 66 damage. That is just not enough. Oh, actually, we can bludgeon first. So 47 plus. Hold on. I gotta see the numbers. 40. Oh yeah, never mind. We got there. Easy fight. It is self-forming clay, a strike dummy, and a chance at a second duplication potion. Gross. The strike dummy, we technically have strikes. I guess it may do something. Time will tell. I want to hang on to our power potion. What is the strike dummy? Strike dummy says cards containing strike deal 3 extra damage. It's beat up. It's a weird one, but you can imagine this with like a twin strike, I guess. That seems okay. So this is our Sapphire Key. Happy to give it up instead of the prayer wheel, honestly. Hey, Floaty Boy, we just did this. It did not end well for you. It does. It also works with pommels. Our next turn is actually really bad. I think that means we clothesline here. Our pen nib just kind of sucks here. We could do... I think we just wait for next turn. Think about this. So this is going to be not enough. Or we could just play Bash. I mean, Bash, the vulnerables may be enough on its own. Like in Flame Bash, even not having a pen nib might be enough. Yo, Connor Finn, thank you so much for just stopping by and chatting for a while. It was fun. He is intangible, yeah, which is why I don't really want to waste the pen nib. But maybe the vulnerability is enough to counteract that next turn. Well, I guess it's either double damage or 50% more damage. Maybe when I say it like that, it makes more sense to wait. Thank you, self-forming clay. Oh. It has arrived. It's here. All right. Let me just take one of these. Thanks. I'm just lucky. We picked up 6 relics so far. Be right back. Don't continue. Yeah, the Fiend Fire being bottled was also interesting, though I think I don't want it being bottled going into these fights, but it would have been interesting. I think my question currently, I have not done Duplication Potion Whirlwind. I imagine it happens twice, but like you can't do Duplication Potion Fiend Fire. It doesn't work. So my fear is that it doesn't work, but I think it does. I think it's like a double tap Whirlwind. I don't think we need that. Sure. Oh. Okay. I do wish I could Fiend Fire at the end, but I think my order was bad there too. We should have done Strike then Bludgeon for the extra 10% damage. Oh well. Gross. Oh. This Sundial turn. We should prep Pen Nib. I think this is gotta be lethal, right? 16 times 5. No, I don't think it is. Do this first. 18 times 4. That's like 80-ish damage. It's just not enough. That's awkward. Oh. We can't prep the Pen Nib at all. Dang. Oh well. Ooh, it's delicious. Oddly smooth stone, a toy ornithopter, and skip. A chance to prep Pen Nib. Very nice. Or a chance to maybe just kill him. I don't know how much damage that is. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. We still have time to prep the nib. Oh. So good. Okay. Fairy in a bottle and a demon form? Alright. Alright, this one. This is the chosen run. Go to our shop here. A red skull? Why are we just getting all the things? Say Triforce complete. After going through 4 elites, taking basically no damage. Picked up 8 relics after the Black Star at the end of Act 2. Feeling pretty good, honestly. Didn't get the bag of marbles. Aww. Wind Strike Synergy. Well, you're not wrong. Ooh, bad order. We might have been able to pop him on turn 1 if I hadn't messed that up. Which I'm certain I have never done before. I wanted this one. Yes, so all strength gained through curiosity is carried over to the second phase. So often good to not play your powers here. There's one trick that you can do in this fight as well as, well, there's a few others. If you happen to have a card that provides strength down, like Piercing Wail or Dark Shackles or something like that, if you apply the strength down debuff and then pop the bird over to the second phase, the strength down is not permanent, but it will be reset to 0. It's a bit awkward. It's kind of hard to explain without seeing it. I have very mixed feelings about it. I do not believe it's an intended mechanic, though others may disagree. Whatever. So now you'll see that the Awakened one no longer has the Curiosity buff, so we're free to play our powers, and there will be no strength gained in this phase. This stupid bird is taking all these hits for no reason. This is only 66 damage. I actually like that better. Okay, so this is basically 20 times 6, so we actually don't have lethal with Fiendfire. Got to be a little bit careful about that. Maybe just do Carnage first. This might actually be enough. Now it's roughly 20 times 5. Now we got it. Oh, I forgot about Tron's Ashes. Did it? I did not factor that extra 3 damage in per card. So that would have been like 22 times 6-ish. Yeah, that was... It might have been it. A Demon form. I think I'm okay with the bludgeon Akabeko here. Okay, we got our red skull proc. And nib. We get something better than this. 30 times 6. Is it kill? It's a kill, right? 180. These aren't even our best cards. Delicious. Yeah, I mean these fights, I don't know how the heart fight will go, honestly. It's a bit sketchy about that. It's not like we can just burst the heart down and call it good. Oh, I should play the other Whirlwind. Oh! Okay, so now we actually will prep the pen nib for the Act 4 elites. We're on 21 cards. Honestly, you know what? I'll take the one of these. I'll take the one of these. The demon form, I guess. All right, 51 gold we can buy. Nothing. The bag of prep would have been awesome. Well, we can buy the Havoc, but... It's our whole deck right here. Which damage is this? 32 times 4. So it's what, 120 some odd damage. We basically almost have the kill. Oh my god. It's disgusting. The whetstone hopefully hits the clothesline. Did you guys see where they went? I can't click anything. Oh, not Mexi. Thank you very much for the follow. Woo! We'll see what we get here. I don't know. I don't know if it's GG. Like, not convinced. After all the pain, why did I save this? After all the pain that those nerds have caused us, we finally got him back. Is it Grontad? Something like that. Grontad. Grontad? I don't know. Thank you for the follow. I think... I don't know. Like, the barricade is not particularly good. But neither of these. I think it's the the barricade maybe carries block over. So the feel no pain. Like, yes, we're just like we're exhausting things with Fiendfire. Yeah, we'll do barricade. I like this. We could also duplication potion the impervious. It's kind of gross. Oh wait, what's over here? Oh, it's our whetstone. 50 damage, my friend. You're gonna have to do better than the 50. We got our demon form out. Our captain's wheel this turn. This is just gross. I think the barricade was the right call, considering this hand. We do only have the 21 cards, so what's been added to our deck is a bit painful. Let's roast all this stuff. Okay. Like, the fight is not, I don't know. It's a little, there's some spice here. There's a little bit of spook factor going on in the back of my mind because we don't have a lot of block coming around. We also can't remove the artifact. So we have to absorb this turn and next turn while finding a kill. And it's got some spook associated with it. We can pen nib bludgeon this turn, which gets us closer to our goal, I guess. A single defend probably doesn't save us. Oh, the self-forming clay. The disrespect. My apologies. I totally forgot about the self-forming clay. Never mind. I think we're okay. Oh, and Lizardtail. There's too many relics. Like, the secret downside to Black Star. It's too much to keep track of. Nibbed Whirlwind. I don't think so. Like, Bludgeon did 100 damage on its own. Tough for me to imagine the Whirlwind being better than that. So the self-forming clay means that Beat of Death always gives us one more block next turn than we actually paid for. So I'm going to charge Pen Nib twice to gain the 6 block next turn, because we'll always need the 6 block next turn. I think we Lizardtail to get the potential win next turn. Also clothesline Ash. Our draws next turn are not starting out amazing. So we can do 1, 2, 3. So we can prep Pen Nib and Whirlwind next turn, I think, just for the win. Oh yeah, that's for the win. Woo! Dude, gee, that run was ridiculous. After the Shiv run earlier tonight, I didn't think it could be topped. That was insane. We just face rolled Ascension 20 all the way to the heart. The last late Act 3 demon form pickup. The bottled flame Whirlwind. 4 elites in Act 3 with Black Star. Yeah, those are a couple good ones.